Everybody, welcome. It is time for new comic books, which is my favorite part of the week. There is tons of great things that are releasing. Lots to get excited about. Ends of things and beginning of things. So we get the ends of DCKO, ends of Avengers, beginnings of cool things like, thank you. That's so fast. Beginnings of new things like series from Doug Wagner and Darth Maul, and a ton of other goodies. So get your list together. It's time to sell new comic books. Hi, everybody, and welcome. If you were watching us from Facebook and you see me not answer any of your questions, please let me know. Just send me direct messages or whatever. Just be patient with me because I'm going to keep on re-upping that. It's been a little bit hiccupy this week, so I know that it's hiccupy, and I'm going to make sure to take care of you guys. Hey, Tom. Hey, Elvis. I see that Randy's in. I see Kenneth's here. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. As usual, we're going to start with graphic novels. And then we're going to get into the new books. There's a ton of new books this week. And then I have a few things on the top of the board to offer for after the show. But it's not going to be a huge post-show show. Mostly because I'm fighting off the ends of, I got exhausted from Comics Pro. So I'm trying to sleep off the last bits of my true exhaustion. TJ's not here. He's just a ghost. Nagaris is definitely here. As he says, hola. Hello, hello.
I'm here, but I'm in a food coma. So I'm not actually.
You want to talk about food or will it make it worse?
It will make it worse.
Oh, no. Everyone say happy birthday to Kyle.
I'm going to take a nap now. See you guys in 2 hours.
Okay. Set an alarm. Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. All right. I'm here. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Dinner was, it says grilled pork chop, but I'm guessing grilled pork chops and fries and fried plantains. Hazan Garcia's here. All right, cool. I'm going to get started. I don't think very many people show up for this very first part of graphic noveling, and then we'll get here in time for all the goodies. This one is one I'm pretty sure.
Pablo. There was no buffet.
New buffet? New boofs?
No. That's for later this week.
Oh, my. Kyle loves buffets.
Mm-hmm. We go to the buffet at the casino on Thursday for lunch with my old radio friends, and we all make money.
I took my family and then some staff members to the Dueling Piano Bar on Friday to celebrate my birthday. And I sung myself with no voice. That was awesome. Thinking I'm probably going to post at some point. I got asked on stage and I got to do some fun piano bar goodness with a fellow that works there. He's one of the entertainment acts, but I've known him since theater days. My kids used to do theater, and he always was like the lead person. He always got the lead part, and he's an amazing, talented fellow. So Kyle gave the birthday gift to Bank NCBD LDF. Of course he did, because that's the way he goes. Okay. Nightwing leaping into the light. This is for $10, the best bucks you're going to spend this week. Truly, truly, truly. Hey, and Daniel Scott's back on to hang out and glue and listen. I'm glad always when our shows are people's like happy place that they just put on in the background, because they have started to figure out that people have TV on and radio on in the background for when they're doing things, because it helps quiet that part of their brain that's trying to work on problems, and it just makes them happy. Did you sing Star Wars Bar Wars? I did not. I got to be on stage while I did Piano Man, and I got to be his harmonica holder with my hands. And that was super fun. So anyway, this is just $10 for this cool thing. $10. All right, probably it's not as likely you're going to find this at your LCS, because I really like kids' books. So maybe they'll carry it. So this one is a Dinosaurs Exploring Prehistoric Life coloring book. And it's really, really cute. From the best-selling author and illustrator of Women in Science. So this is a $15 big old gigantic dinosaurs coloring book. Did anyone read news from the Fallout? What is it, and is it any good? I'll talk about that a little bit more when we make it down to an unknown, because I really do think you would like it. If you were gathering the little compact size Invincibles, this is your chance to get volume 14 for $15. You can grab up the volume of Feral. This is volume 4. This is the entirety of the Pet City storyline, where everybody gets stuck in Pet City and it becomes a little bit Animal Farm. But that one is $17. Hey, Seat. And I will just set expectations for the show. We did not even order Nectar. So if you're hoping for Nectar copies of any kind, we didn't order it because no one pre-ordered it. No one asked us about it. So I apologize. We are not your Nectar source today, but everything else we got. I did early voting.
How Matthias and I are 4 for 4 now.
I know. I already know what the
Although
next
there's
week.
another book. There's another book that it's happening to this week. Read something or other.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I know that the next one's supposed to be Teenage something or other.
Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, that's not it.
Wishful thinking.
Here's your opportunity to read up on Lobo before the movies start to drop. This is back to back. Great 4-issue series from back in the day. That one is $20. I actually got to shake Dan Crenshaw's hand because he was there on Friday when I went for early voting. He was standing in the line, told me he was very interested and excited about getting back to do more work, and I took him at his word. Whether I'm part of his voting group or not, I don't know, but he seemed a nice guy. I am one of those people literally that will, if you like stop me in the parking lot as I'm on my way to vote, I will listen to what you have to say. I've already got my mind made up, but I'm going to give you the 2 minutes because you've been standing in the sun all day long and you believe passionately in the person and or thing you're trying to get people to vote for. And I always feel a little bit bad for those. Like there was a young man in line on Friday that was just like, my uncle is the judge that's running, and I really like my uncle and I like what he stands for or whatever. And he wanted to hand me his little cool piece of paper about his relative with his picture on it and stuff. And I said, thank you. And the people behind me, he went up to them, same nice, genuinely sweet young man, maybe 20 years old. And they're like, no, like he was offering them poison. Like literally it was murder paper. I was like, okay, so no.
I'm one of those that if I'm in the parking lot going to vote and you're trying to talk to me, you're just making my ADHD worse. Please don't talk to me. I'm trying to remember what I decided.
Oh, but see, what you do is you write everything down on a piece of napkin like I do and put it in your pocket.
Well, then that gives me so.
I literally pulled that out a couple times. They were like, "Do you want to have a voting thing where you're like, like laid out all the different options?" I was like, "No, I
You
got
can
my
actually
own."
down. By the
Why
way,
did you
like,
do
not that this is becoming a political conversation at all, but you can
it? There
download your ballot from Ballotopedia every election,
you
and you
go.
could fill it out on paper, take it with you, and it'll look the exact same as it does when you get into your polling place.
Yeah, perfect. In the same order, right?
Generally, I've only once
Usually.
come across it
Usually.
not being the exact same.
It's like I tell everybody, I will celebrate however you want to vote. But the moment you tell me you did not vote, you no longer get to talk to me about complaining about what is going on in the governments because you didn't do your job. That's the end of my vote talk. All
Get out
right,
and vote.
go vote, do your thing. It is called civic duty for a reason.
There's a whole Spider-Man issue about going to vote.
Oh, is it really?
Just to bring that back around, yes, from the 1980s somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't bring your cell phone. There was someone locally that got in trouble for that. Pause the Trouble with Leo. This is volume 5 in the awesome Pause books. That is 13. All right, now we got the news from the Fallout. I can actually show you the inside of this crazy book because it's so awesome. You should only know that Chris Condon only does amazing stuff. This is news from the Fallout. This is what the interior looks like. It is the coolest style you have ever seen. So it's like a lot of like redacted papers and looks like almost like shadow puppets. So it's a tale about this military guy. The way I remember the first issue, the military guy gets stuck outside during a nuclear blast, and the only other thing that has survived beside him is zombies. So it's him trying to not. I did say duty. I got my own self. Yeah, yeah. So there you go. This one, you want to know what here, I'll read the actual thing. Have you heard the news? Southern Nevada, 1962, an above ground nuclear test at a top secret military base goes horribly awry and unleashes a contaminant into the atmosphere that turns people rotten. Otis Fallows, that's probably Otis, a private in the U.S. Army who is present for the test and is the only unafflicted service member, flees the secret base in search of a safe haven. But what does such a place even exist? So there you go. Everybody that was normal is now zombies. So far I've done Nightwing, Leaping into the Light. That's a little compact for 10. The Dinosaurs Prehistoric Coloring Book. Invincible 14. Feral Volume 4. Lobo back to back. Pause, the little cute one, and the news from the Fallout. That's all there was so far, Justin. Also available is Wolverine and Deadpool's Claws and Mercs. That one is 20. You got it. If you had $1 for every time you got caught in a nuclear blast, yeah, that happens. This is Joe Kelly's run in Amazing Spider-Man Through the Gates of Heck. That one is 16. And then over here is the awesome Absolute Superman stuff, Volume 2. So whether you want to have the soft cover, which is a $20 softie, that is Rashagu, or the hardcover, which is $29.99. I have both of those. Right, hello! And then I did bring to the show, because I had someone ask about them, since one of our books this week is from the awesome Doug Wagner. I was talking about his other series, which I highly recommend people reading. The Plastic is about Edwin. And this first volume, which is kind of like a self-contained storyline about him and his wife, who just happens to be an ooh la la doll, but someone touched her or stole her when they tried to come after him. And so now he's going to kill everybody that ever had anything to do with touching her or thought about her. So that is the way this rolls out. Super murdery. That one is 17. And then he went and did Vinyl. And Vinyl is Unsettling Tale of Psychopaths, Sweet Love, and a serial killer named Walter. When Walter's best friend, the FBI agent charged with his capture, is kidnapped by a death cult of all-female sunflower farmers, Walter finds himself deep within an underground labyrinth filled with secrets and monsters. But could their monsters possibly be more horrific than his? That one is a $20 graphic novel. And then he did Plush. These are all getting some more sicker than the other ones. So that's what Plush looks like. And in Plush, Devin Fulcher is coerced into attending his first furry convention. When he accidentally happens upon a group of furries devouring a human, the insanity begins. Do they just want Devin for dinner or something much more wicked? That one is 20. And then they went back and told another story about Edwin. This is called Death and Dolls and goes back and looks at his life when he's younger, and it doesn't matter. He is messed up then too. So that one is 17. So if anyone wanted to go and grab earlier works by Doug, then you have an opportunity.
TJ, you're still a book behind. Doug Wagner is currently working on his 5th book, so his 6th book will be called Pleather.
Actually, he also did a different series recently. I was a fashion school serial killer.
Yeah, he did Confessions of a Fashion School Serial Killer, but that's different than the other line. So, like, you know, again, there were the 2 plastic books. There was Plush, there was Vinyl, and there's this new one that are all kind of like the same vein in terms of his storytelling style. That one is very different.
But in the back of the book that releases this week, it actually has they're doing all of these cool crossover covers, and on the crossover cover that he's doing, it has all of his characters from all those books. So
only the 2 plastic books are connected, and that's just because they're the same characters.
Yes.
The other ones are not connected in there, but they are, again, it's like when you read John Grisham, right? All of his books are basically about lawyers. They're just about different lawyers, but they're still about lawyers. All of Doug Wagner's books are about people whose heads are messed up. They're just messed up in different ways, with the exception of Confessions of a Fashion School Serial Killer, which is just a different kind of messed up than the other kinds of messed up, but they're still pretty messed up.
Good way to describe it.
Did I do a good job explaining it? No.
Hey, Matt Cole.
How do you
Matt Cole's got a book that's on our wall for later on.
I'm very excited to hear. I didn't get to hear your review of Matt Cole's book, but I'm very excited for when I pick up Matt Cole's book tomorrow at the store.
It is 100% adorbs.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel young again. All right, so I'm taking everything off the wall so I can put new stuff up on the wall. Here goes.
Everybody go follow Glopple.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Indies. How much was Vinyl? Vinyl was 20. I do have the serial killer one also. I just forgot to ask them to bring it back. So if anyone wants any of those books, just because you want to read some good sicko stuff, I got some. And like I said,
Doug Wagner is going to be one of the authors featured on our forthcoming Criminology and Comics podcast show. Because if you don't, do you even criminology?
You do not. Oh no. I'm trying to pile all my books over here so they can actually open the door, but who knows? Okay. Here we're going to start. This is Dark Horse. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories #2, Bad Batch Rogue Agent. Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, The Shiver of Christmas Town, #3. I like that this polar bear looks like a little Frankenstein bear. From our friends at My brain just completely. Ignition Press. It doesn't say it on their little thing. Oh, it says it down here. Ha ha ha. I was looking up here. Ignition Press. This is Bloodland #2. They've got a couple of really cool books that they pitched at Comics Pro that I'm really excited about.
I'm very excited for the one we can't talk about until after San Diego.
I know, right? Man, it's so
Why
hard.
Philip is making me wait till San Diego, I will never forgive him.
Don't forgive him.
I will never forgive him for making me wait until after San Diego.
I can't talk about it either, so.
That's so long.
All right, Sonic Racing Crossworlds One Shot. This is a lot of fun. Racing across dimensions with a cool prize, which I don't know if it's, like all kids' books. The prize isn't what you think it is. All right, here we go.
Do you have to pour out all the cereal to get to the prize in the Sonic book?
No, but that would be fun if there was cereal involved. I'd like some cereal.
I don't know why that just came back to me, but okay.
From Matt Cole. Matt Cole is actually on our platform over on Facebook. If you want to chit chat with him, this is his book this week from Keen Spot. This is Pooh Bear Adventures. It will definitely take you back to your childhood. It is a classic Pooh Bear tale. Nope, I'm showing it right now, my friend. This is kind of cool because they're all polybagged, except for the one I opened for reading for review. They all have cards in them, and there's an opportunity to collect like all 4 cards that each come with 1 card. And I always say, if you wanted to collect a set of 4 cards, you can give the other 3 books away to like kiddos in your family. Because you definitely want to give these to your kids and your family because it's such an adorable thing. All the art is just like the cover. And it is mostly about Pooh Bear and Piglet as they wander around in the woods trying to figure out what kind of creature is leaving these footprints. And you will feel very smart because you can figure it out even though they don't know. There you go. There. Polybag Pooh Bear Adventures.
I really want Matt Cole to write an Eeyore story.
Maybe that's next.
Because I know he'll do a great job of it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Oh, what's the cover price for it? $6. These books. Sorry, you're late to class again, Jason. It's okay. We've only done these books. So Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, Shiver of Christmas Town, Bloodland #2, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Pooh Bear Adventures. Also available, Speed Racer #6 by David Pepos, Mad Cave. You want to get a full set of cards? Okay. Full set of cards it is. Pig. Bear. Oh man, I only got 1 squirrel. You're going to get the only full set. Nava's going to get the only full set. It is so adorable. Next issue is about Piglet, and then the next one issue is about Tigger. Ooh, we know all the good stuff here. Yeah, I did really.
Someday they'll write an issue about Eeyore.
That's a woozle. Oh, it is a woozle. Wait, there's no woozle in that picture. Hold on. That's 2 squirrels being silly. I guess it's just as good as a representative as a woozle as anything else. So if you need a woozle card, you're going to have to get one from Matt.
I need.
By the way, I'm getting more excited, and I think it's June. His GloppalCon is going to be near his hometown. I get to go and hang out there for a day with him and celebrate all things Glopple and sell a bunch of other comic books. 7 Years in Darkness. This is number 4 of year 3. Midnight Factory. Hey, Fidel. Got a bunch of creators watching with us today. Sorry, I got hiccups so bad. I'm so sorry, y'all. Cult of the Lamb. This is a Last Sacrament special. Oh, it does say number 1 on it. What do I know? I couldn't see it from back there. By my friend Alex Packnadell. If you love the other series of Cult of the Lamb, I think he did all of those too. So. Oh, yeah. So it's really, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually not that easy for publishers to get their books picked up for Free Comic Book Day, or what. There's 2 names for it this year. There's Free Comic Book Day, because that's what one of the distributors owns the name of it. And then the other one is Comic Book Giveaway Day, I think. So there's going to be 2 names for it. But
it's not a great name.
No, but it was, I don't know. They probably were like, we got to call it something.
Right.
So Matt worked really hard with his team over at King Spot so that he could actually have a book that's being released on that day, and it is going to be Pooh Bear. So you should definitely head to your local comic shop for that event and grab one up, because it'll be perfect to hand out. We'll bring all your kids, I guess, so they can all pick up one. Also got Cruel Universe. This is number 8 of the 2nd volume. This looks like a robot family. Steven! The Clemens sisters are on. This mind-blowing amount of creators that showed up for Comics Pro, and one of them was Horvath, which is like, my brain was hurting so hard. This is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, number 6, which I believe wraps up the series. And from what I understand, for people that read this book, they were yelling at the book at the end, because it was just like, you can't leave it on this. You can't leave it this way.
This is very true. It is totally a cliffhanger, and not in the way you like a cliffhanger, like at the end of a show that you like, where they're leaving you a cliffhanger so the network definitely can't cancel it. This is totally a cliffhanger that has the potential just to never pay off.
Suggest comics cheaper than Dirt Day. Yeah, Tessa Rose's art, I really like it for this. It's really nice. Okay, can you see that end spot? You can, okay. All right, also Godzilla number 8, Tim Seeley. All right, coming down from the board is Star Wars Hyperspace Story. I like Comic Book Appreciation Day because we have struggled for a little while. Like, we'd do a bunch of like fundraising and stuff on Free Comic Book Day, but there are still every once in a while those people that show up for the event that give us 1-star reviews, because we won't let them get 29,000 comic books for free, just like take everything off the tables, because it's called Free Comic Book Day. And then I point out that this is Comic Book Day, not Free Comic Books Day. I explain to them, we pay for them. They aren't free to us. They think that I think they think we just like get all of them for free. But we pay between 25 cents and like 40 cents each for those books that we're giving away. So we're just asking you guys to donate to charity for us.
Well, and this year you're going to have the absolute whatchamacallits, the hardcovers that you paid like $25 for. That like it's gonna be like, hey, like, I don't mean to be mean, but I expect you to pay like $50 for this book because it's Jim Lee art on the cover of an Absolute book. Get over yourself.
We actually ordered like 2 cases of each of those, because I was like, when are we not going to be able to sell Absolute anything?
Well, right.
So Matt Cole says the Free Comic Book Day book is a collection of other creators as well, but features Pooh Bear adventures in the main cover and the main story in Keen Spot toy box. And congratulations to everybody that gets to be in that book. That sounds awesome. And then Unknown says they're kickstarting a Godzilla RPG book based on that universe. Oh, on the Kaisei universe? Dope. All right, coming up to the board is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones, number 5. Casey's fighting. I don't know who that guy is. He looks real mad. He or she, I guess. Coming off the board, Shiver Christmas Town. I'm feeling pretty good that like cooled it down for Godzilla because I felt like there were so many Godzilla books coming out at one time that it was hard to focus. But this one's so cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Godzilla number 4. These guys make sense together. I feel like there are. I had definitely saw some blank covers this week. Bloodland number 2 comes off the board. Okay. Twilight Zone number 5. This is a story called Silent Warning. It's a really nice hack cover. And the Twilight Zone books are single stories for each of the issues, so you don't have to go back and get any of the other ones to enjoy the books. Sonic comes off the board. Oh, no, I can't do that. I was going to set that box up like that, thinking I was being clever. But I was not. Okay. All right, here you go. This is the Marvel team up that everyone's been waiting for. This one, I'm just going to call them. There's a bunch of different covers for it. This one's the main cover. This one looks just like the original, so it's not quite facsimile. But if you always wanted to read this book and it was really expensive, so you couldn't, there is your Marvel team up. Pooh Bear comes off the board. Call. Hey, Dianca, how are you doing? And Rich? Okay, TJ says, gonna guess that the next big DC event will be some play on Crisis and Absolute, like the obvious Absolute Crisis or Crisis of Absolute Apocalypse or something like that. Maybe. Gotcha. SF's just been quietly hanging out. Okay, there's gonna be some more covers here. Hold on. Here is the B cover for the Marvel team up. Okay. Then I have the D cover, which is the McFarlane cover. McFarlane, you can just call McFarlane. B. Oh, B, it is Ryan Otley, by the way. Hey, Tessa Rose is on now. Awesome. Everyone say hi to Tessa over on Facebook. Speed Racer comes off the board. Love the art. Was so awesome. And D cover. One goes to SF. One goes to Elvis. Got you, Elvis. Hey, Sophia. The next Absolute book will be absolutely absolute-ish. Well, I think maybe that Todd's onto something. I feel like you might have read it already. All right, and this one is the E cover. That's Bagley. E. Bagley. 7 Years of Darkness comes off the board. And here's your blanks. Marvel Team Up blanks. I've got a total of 5. Cult of the Lamb comes off the board. All right, here's the book that I was talking to you about that is by the same guy who does plastic, plush, and vinyl. This is Narco #1. But a young man who has a podcast that is basically him doing like guesstimations about what serial killers are up to. But his thing is that if his heartbeat goes too high, he has narcolepsy and passes out, which is really bad if maybe said serial killer maybe shows up to come at you. So there is Narco #1. Okay, I see Elvis. I see SF, and I see Seat gets the last Narco. That's it. You're welcome, Tessa. It is really delightful. I read it, and I love the art so much.
Tessa and Matt, you should go over to the EXP's YouTube page and share out the Minute Skim It video where Miss Jen reviews Pooh Bear Adventures.
I did review it, give it a glowing review, and Bagley goes to Jason. Yep, Jason's already got a spot. I can just stick it under his thing. I did not foresee Narco selling out quite so fast. I'm happy that happened. I'd like to see my friends succeed.
See, and here I was thinking that it was Narcos, like that show Narcos.
Oh,
it was Doug Wagner writing about drug kingpins, which would have been cool. I think he'd do a great job, but somebody would have to fall in love with a brick of heroin or something.
I absolutely love this cover. This is Sacrificers #19 by Rick Remender. But look at this thing. So you got this little thing out here on this isthmus or whatever that is obviously putting out some kind of like electrical all across the sky. But look, it's reflected down the water. And then you notice over here, there's a guy standing on the bluff. It's just really cool when your eye goes all the way around a cover. It finds new things to look at. Cruel Universe comes off the board. Scorched #49. Oh, Unknown's got some news in the medical field. Beneath the Trees comes off the board. Chris, let me, right after the show, see if I can order any more Narco, okay? Order. Anyone else want Narco if I can get more? Just let me know. Happy to do it. Okay, Youngblood #4. Nice LIFO cover. Godzilla comes off the board.
Do you have any of the Youngblood manga #4s?
No. We pretty much, for Youngblood, we realized there's like 3 people that come in and pull it off the wall. And I don't have anyone ever ask me for any variant, so.
Oh, sure. No, it's just that, I'd be like, I would text Seth and be like, "Hey man, I just claimed a Youngblood off Miss Jen's show, and it's your cover." Nah, 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 nah.
All right, SF gets one. You're welcome. Narco is a new book by Doug Wagner, the guy who did plastic and vinyl and plush. But it's about this kid who has a podcast that is about serial killers and his hypothesis about them. And he's got a really cool hypothesis that he talks about, and the one you actually get to hear. But he himself has this condition in which if his heart gets above a certain rate, that he passes out. He has narcolepsy. So he just like completely loses time. And luckily no one steals his laptop in the first time we see it happen to him. But it's just like all of Doug's stuff, super stabby murdery, because the serial killer that he has the theory about, I think, does not like that he's being outed about it. So there's some stuff that happens. All right, I only saw one young blood call. Am I missing anybody? I hope not. Okay. Hey, Celise. All right, I think that is all our indie books. We're getting ready to jump into Marvel. This is my way of saying, if you are here for Nectar, we did not order any copies because no one asked us about them, even after the FOC show. Because we have limited space on our walls, we make choices about what we order. If you guys want us to order stuff, watch the FOC show. It happens every Friday on the network. And then you can message us and say, I need 29 million copies of that book. Here is my check. And then you can have that many. But without your information or telling us you want something, we have no way of knowing what's going to be the $1 billion books for the week. And also, this is just a Miss Jen being a mom. Do not get caught up in this insanity of $30 books before they even release. That is not sustainable, nor does it make sense. So just wait a month from now and you can get it for cover price, and don't worry about it.
We're also starting to call that phenomena dorking out.
Dorking out! Well, dork was actually worth getting, but maybe not for $30.
Oh, sure. But we're calling it dorking out. So, like, if you don't want to be accused of dorking out, pre-order your books, you dorks.
That's right. Come on. We're giving you all the information. Like, I think that Kyle and Matthias have called the hot book every single time they've done FOC.
We're 5 for 5 straight weeks or whatever it is. And by the way, we just added another co-host to that show who's going to be on when I can't be there or Matthias can't be there. Between the three of us, we have a collective 90 years of doing this.
Yep. They know what they're doing.
Like, we can guess pretty well at this point.
Oh, and Matt over on Facebook said that all the Pooh Bear cards are numbered. How many are there? You bought dork because you're a dork. And you probably heard me talk about it. I actually did a review of the little ash can that I had like 3 or 4 weeks early, and I told you guys it was good. All right, here we go. Marvel. All new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 8. That looks like a Mysterio helmet. What's she doing inside Mysterio? Casey Jones comes off the board. I love so much. I told you guys that my favorite character was not necessarily Dork, nor his little shield with an eyeball on it that don't give a name to. I really like the Fizzard, which is like the frog wizard. It's such a dumb name, and it's the best. Fizzard.
Listen, if the characters don't have a dumb name, are they even worth being characters at this point?
It made me happy. Like, do you guys remember the cool book? What's the one that had the Wizord was the name of the main character?
Oh,
yeah, see, that's my brain.
Oh, and I can see the cover.
I have original.
God Country.
Nope, not God Country.
No, it's not God Country. But it came out that same time, right? Like,
yep.
Right around there. Hold on.
I'm going to feel really stupid when you come up with it. But that one's amazing also. There are 1,926 Pooh cards.
Curse words.
Curse words. Oh, if you guys have not read Curse Words, oh, so good. Chef's kiss. Someday I'll have that on the show so I can talk to you guys all about that and the million of different variants I have for that book. So there's 1,100 Piglet, 750 Chris Robbins, and 646 Woozles. So the rarest one is the Woozle. So if you got the Woozle Nava, you got the rarest of them. I still have Christopher Robins, which look like they're pretty rare. If you need Chris Robins. Chris Robin I got. Okay.
Listen, just as an aside, if we're not selling you on curse words just because Miss Jen and I are freaking out because we can't remember it, it's Charles Soule and Ryan Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a talking koala.
Who's not always a koala.
Well, okay, I didn't want to spoil too much, Miss Jen. That's a big plot point.
I think my favorite character name of that entire series is the big godlike character bad guy named Syzygy. Mm-hmm. All right, do you care which of the cards, Chris? You want to? I got the piggy one. I got Pooh Bear. I got Chris Robin. And those are all the ones I got. You tell me whatever you want, and I'm going to add it to your poll. I'm going to put it there.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. All right. This one I highly recommend. This is Amazing Spider-Man, number 23. I did a really good review for this on my review show. So you should go back and listen to it. If you didn't get to, it'll take you back and tell you the entire series of Amazing Spider-Man up until this point. You don't have to read the rest of it if you don't really want to, although I highly recommend it because it's awesome. This is part 2 of the Death Spiral storyline. It's what is dope. There's your A cover. I'm going to call this one the B cover. You want the Pooh? Okay. This one I'm going to call the C cover. I feel like I should know who the cover artist on this one is, but I don't. And that's the Bagley cover. SF, I got your A cover for an ASM. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. Like I said, I like books that make me feel smart. And as a reader, even when you're reading something that's kind of like aimed at a younger audience like that, I really, really loved that it give you enough information to make you feel like the smartest person in the room, even though it's, basically a kiddo book. I forgot to put add to pull. Okay. See, I see your D. And I call it A, B, C. That's the one I called D. Is this the one you really meant? Seat. Because I see that SF already claimed C. Was the D the one you wanted? That one was the Bagley? Okay, Chris. Have a good one. All right, Turtles Godzilla comes off the board. I still have Pooh Bear if anyone needs Pooh Bear. As soon as I realized it was Matt Cole, I was definitely, I ordered up the Bagley. Okay, I got you. Got your seat. Thanks everybody for showing up this week. felt really bad last week. I like took everybody's money from all the cool stuff from Comics Pro. It was really cool stuff. It's nice to be at the beginning of something, right? When you see them before everybody else. Because a lot of those books, like any other information out of them, it may not show up again until San Diego. Big hugs, Matt, to you and all your family. All right, this is a big epic finale of Jed MacKay's Avengers. This is number 36. This is Carol basically going around to all the team members and all of her friends and explaining that she feels like it's probably time to dissolve the Avengers as they exist and let another one take its place.
Well, then the Avengers needs to fill out the proper forms with their local tax municipality, so that 6 years later they don't get a letter for 3 times the amount of taxes they would have owed if they had still been around. Just saying.
Right. Mm-hmm. Matt, if you ask, bro, if you're still on, if you ask really nicely to Kyle and team, send them a message so they don't forget. They would, I'm sure, if asked very sweetly, would cut the review from the show for you. Or you're welcome to cut it yourself if you like it. Twilight Zone comes down.
Yeah, Matt's capable. I give him permission. This is oral spoken permission from the executive producer of the EXP, for Matt Cole, to repurpose whatever he needs for his purposes to promote the Pooh Bear book.
There you go.
Daredevil. If you need that in writing, Matt, you know how to get a hold of me.
I concur. Daredevil and Punisher number 5. I haven't got to read the last couple ones to see if they finally found themselves in alignment or if they're still at odds for their purposes. Coming down from the board, the Marvel Team Up new facsimile print. This is the A cover of that book. All right, I don't know how to tell you or sell this book to you. It was an enjoyable read, but it was pretty much a bunch of stories in which you get to see Bobby like hook up with people from the past and from, current day. So anyway, and there's some adventuring going on. It's not just about him, kissing on folk, but this is a double thick book. If you like some adventures that are a little bit spicy.
Double thick book. It's about Bobby hooking up. It's a double thick book. Oh, man.
No, you did not. Okay. I feel like I need to move this to this box.
I feel like I need to call Marvel and be like, seriously, this should be your marketing strategy. Just put giant quotations around all of those words. Double thick.
Mm-hmm.
With
2 Ks.
It's not just about Bobby hooking up with 2 Cs.
2 Cs, sorry. That's words.
It's not just about Bobby hooking up with people, but it is Iceman. So
it's also not just about Bobby hooking up. All right, Marvel Team Up. This is the Otley cover for that book. I also have a few McFarlane left. And Bagley and blanks. Welcome, Justin. How are you doing, my friend? If you have any questions about how the show goes, let me know. What?
So that's the bigger debate, okay? Mm-hmm. Who is the bigger bow chicka bow wow in the Marvel Universe? Wolverine, Logan, or Bobby Iceman?
Isn't it Remy?
Because both of them, well, no. Because both of them have entire mini-series where it's just about them and their miscellaneous different exploits. Whereas Remy is just like pretty normal.
About him and his girl. Yeah, I guess it's always the same person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Moonstar number 1. There is a cool sword of some note that if it stabifies you, become immortal and or dead. She's trying to hunt it down. Team members get involved. Not all the team members make it out. Moonstar number 1. Part of the Shadows of Tomorrow. Hey, George. Also, Nova Centurion number 5. Another Jen McKay out this week. It was a big DC week, man. I gotta say. We're about to get into DC craziness. All right. Aunt May in Marvel. How do I get a book saved for me? I want one of those McFarlane Marvel team ups. Okay, so Justin, first things first. I'm talking to someone over on Facebook for everyone that's over on YouTube. Send me, Jen King, a direct message right now. It just needs to say hi. That's all I need. And I'm going to give you all the rest of your information. You can see Russ G sending me messages.
TJ, it's Marvel Presents Cover Your Ears, Cover Your Ears and Cover Your Eyes. Nobody wanted this. The exploits of our characters.
So in DMs, please send me a direct message. I need that before I can let you claim anything. Let me know when you are done. All right. And then I'm just going to go through this just because we can. We ship in Gemini mailers. You can get up to 10 books shipped for $6, up to 20 for $8. We send a media rate. Let me know if your local post office does not accept comic books as media rate. Our post office is chill and says fine. And most everybody that we send things to is also fine. Like I said, before you make any claims, send me a DM or fill out the form if you're coming to us from the YouTubes. Thank you. I'm going to send you a direct message and or instructions on Wednesday for how to pay me via PayPal. I know it's weird that I don't send invoices, but here's the deal. My warehouse has a tons of things that they send out every day. Because you're doing it as a direct payment to PayPal, they know that those are live customers and they know where to look for your cool stuff. So that's why. Make sure that your PayPal information, your address, etc., is correct before you send your payment, because we're going to send it to wherever your PayPal says that you live. So there you go. Did you see all that stuff, Justin? And then the claiming is very simple. Just call the book what I called it in the comments. You don't have to put the word claim. If you type the name of a book in the comments, then I know that you're claiming it. All right, let's see, Justin. Let me go look real fast. You can find it here. Chat, request, Justin. I'm gonna say hi back, and then after the show, I'll send you like a whole bunch of information so that you know all the places that we go live and when, so you can get a whole bunch of cool stuff from us. And Justin said he needed McFarlane Marble Timer. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that for you now. I'm gonna put your name on it. Welcome to the family, Justin. Everyone say hi to Justin with a T-A-N. Justin. Family has grown. Yay! Okay. Here's a new book coming up to the wall. This is Shadow of Maul #1. This is really cool stuff. This is like the prelude to the new Disney show. It is about this guy who is a cop who is trying to infiltrate this crazy bar that looks like they are selling / making bets on very poisonous creatures. And then it goes all kinds of sideways. Maul doesn't show up into the very last pages of this, but I recommend this one, especially if you like crimey things. Well, bless you, sir. And then I do have a couple of the Panosian variant covers.
Did I not mute my microphone before choking to death?
No, we got to hear all that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I got you, Elvis. And then also, Justin, if you ever see me talking to people that you can't see, I'm also broadcasting on YouTube. So I am just talking to those people, not to myself, I swear. I swear. Kyle's having a chest burster. Kyle, please mute your mic when you have to die. Oh, so here's TJ giving me the mad props, and our packing team also. Invoiced and paid on Wednesday, was put into the system Thursday, received in Florida on Monday. Packed to survive an apocalypse. Yeah, it was. That's all thanks to Eddie. All right, all the bees are claimed. I see that C claimed one, and Elvis claimed the other one. Got y'all. Justin, what do you collect? What's your jam? Let us get to know you a little bit. This is Wolverine number 17. All the A covers are Panosian, which means they're pure gold. I can remember us having to talk to Marvel over and over and over again. I'm like, you keep on putting the very best covers on the ones we can't get, the high ratio ones. Why wouldn't you just put the dopest cover on the main cover, make people buy all that because they want it? And then you can have another dope cover that's not that one. An unknown received his on Monday in Pittsburgh, so shipping is consistent. Yay! Sacrificers comes off board. All right, this is a great standalone book. Very much this is a kind of like a breaking the fourth wall kind of book in which the heroes find themselves attacked through a white rift. The things that are coming through the rift are actually looks like they're pencil drawn. And there is a cool twist about that. So it feels very much like the creators of this book, Stegman, Scrossi, and Green, get to actually star in this book. So love it. This is the annual for X-Men. Can't go packing. Yay. I saw it, Duke. Scorch comes down. Okay, and let's fix this. This is all kinds of janky. Oh, and I also have a variant cover for that. It just was in another spot. SF, I got your annual. It's so cool that you guys are all over the place. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, here we go. And the last, I believe, of the Marvel goodies is X-Men number 26. This is Danger Room. This is Jed MacKay writing. There is your A cover. I have one B cover, which is Luciano Vecchio. And this is the C cover, Derek Chu. Youngblood number 4 comes off the board. Okay. SF wants the B. Do you want the annual B or the B from X-Men? X-Men BSF? That one? I think that's what you mean. I'm going to put that in your pile. You tell me if I'm wrong. How's that? I feel like we started to be able to read each other's minds pretty good. Okay, I cannot recommend this book more highly. I mean, so awesome. Okay, Gumball. When you saw him last in number 6, you got to introduce to Joker. Trust me when I say, as repulsed as you were at the way Joker looks in that book and in this book, you are not prepared for just like how much of a mind this book is. This is Batman number 7. It has a fold out sequence in the middle that will also blow your mind. It literally gets to the middle of the book and there's pages that go like this. And it is such good storytelling. Oh my word. There you go. Batman number 7. Spider-Gwen comes off the board.
I'm sorry, everybody. I had 0 sugar mug root beer go down the wrong pipe.
Oh
I almost died live on the microphone. And then I turned my microphone off and almost died again because I'm not smart enough to not just go drink more root beer.
The fizzy root beer will get you every time. All right, there's a bunch of cool covers for this. Y'all ready? That was the A. Okay, this one is the B cover. It is by Dustin Nguyen. There is a good look at the Joker. Incredible art. The Amazing Spider-Man comes off the board. Right, this is the C cover by Jorge Molina. See them straight at each other. The Avengers comes off the board. Knocking stuff off. This is D cover, Ryan Sook. You can tell what that says. It's his last laugh, and it's Batman punching him. They're on the roof fighting. Daredevil Punisher comes off the board. It might have cured my hiccups. Also, I've been drinking water, so maybe that was it.
You know what doesn't cure your hiccups? What? Choking on root beer.
Choking on root beer. There's you can definitely give yourself hiccups if you go to McDonald's and drink a fuzzy drink because their straws are like just the perfect width to get you. This one is the Jorge Jimenez, sorry, foil cover. I got your B. SF.
Plus, they got that spicy Sprite at the McDonald's there. It's extra fizzy.
I don't know how they do that. I think they just put too much carbonation in there.
I don't know. But
Iceman Bobby Spicy book comes off the board. All right, this one is, I've lost my count. This is the Lyrics cover. Lyrics Lee
right there.
I like her little button nose. She's adorable. Moonstar comes off the board. Almost this entire shore box. This is one book. Logo. Right.
That logo cover is cool. I don't remember seeing that when we did FOC. That is a
So
cool
let's
look.
take these off the board. Here, I'll go ahead and take them all so you can have them all. All right, Shadow Mall, Wolverine, Annual X-Men, and X-Men come off the board so I can hand them off to staff when you come back. This is all the Marvel, and then I can give you that too. I just started these. Okay.
By the time you get done putting up the Marvels, she'll maybe be done with the Batman covers.
Wait till you drop that deuce. Oh my goodness. Okay. Take your time. All right, the last cover. Oh, it's another foil, also Jorge. We'll call this Jorge Gold. All right. This is Batman Static Beyond number 4. We've been selling this book really well. Okay, so this one. So you can have that one that's all Marvel. And then this one's going to be all the indies. Okay. I try to keep them separate for you, make it easier. Okay, this one is the B cover for Batman Static Beyond. And that cover artist is Miguel Mendonica, I think. My glasses are failing me right now. And then I've got C cover, and that one's Lucas Meyer. Okay, also coming up to the board is Batman Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia, book 3. We get to keep on adding people to this title. Kind of awesome. Bates. Static. Bates, Bates, Bates. Got you, Bates. Okay. Oh, shoot fire. This is the one they were talking about was going to be so hot this week. This one is the all-in special third printing featuring both versions of the characters. So this, you get on the front cover absolute characters next to your main universe characters. That one's a fire. Where am I going to go next? Here we go. You okay? SF needs an all-in. Whoa. Nava needs an all-in. So funny, I saw your plus before I saw anything else. There's not much stuff down here. I know it came off the wall. I was like, uh-oh. Okay. Go Absolute Flash. This one is the A cover for number 12. I'm going to start taking down the Batman. That was the A cover. And that one's the B cover. You know what? I'll take care of these because there's so much just like big bulk stuff, and I have to move a bunch of stuff around for it. So, okay, you're good. I'll take you. Okay. And then my variant covers for that are the B cover by Carlo Palugian. Paglione, thank you.
Yeah.
C cover by Gillum March. And the D cover by Lyrics. All right, I'm going to do all my ratio variants, etc. right now. I don't know how
right now.
I don't know how this craziness happened, but they sent us directly. I guess it was for people that actually went to Comics Pro. They gave us another set, maybe because they knew that we would have regrets about selling it. And I did, but this is the connecting cover. Like they open up completely and make a giant connecting cover set. This works out to be $140 for the set. I'm not going to separate them because otherwise it wouldn't make a set. I think my last set I sold for $150, so you save just a tiny bit of money on this one. But that is Terminal is Kirkman's next big universe. He said as much. He's excited about this one as much as he was about Invincible. So don't sleep on getting the very first thing that he released from it. They also sent us a copy of Tomb Raider Sacred Artifacts. That one's $25. And they sent us a mask, which is the new universe that's going to be added, or next thing that's going to be added to the EU universe. This was also the Comics Pro version. And that one is now a very reasonable $25 because we just put like a regular price on it when we didn't know what things were going to be worth. So we have to guess, right? Awesome. Pizen to Dorg. It's a long name. We're going to call you please. Call you please. All right, and this is the ratio variant that we got this week. This one is Batman number 7, the 1 in 25. Someone is coming to kill you. And that's very spoilery. That is 100% spoilery, that cover. My word.
I really thought you were going to say this is the Batman 1 in 25, something is killing the children. And I was be like, wait, what?
We'll pull down the Batmans. If you guys want any of these variant covers, please let me know. Yeah, there were some of those Comics Pro books that those people fully scored. Okay. One of these don't want to stand up. No, do not fall down. Okay. Okay, we're done with Flash. We're going to do Absolute Superman. There's Absolute Superman number 17. He deals with the parasite. That is a really great show of just how powerful he really is and his understanding of himself. Okay, this one. I've got one copy of the B cover. That one's by Perel. And I've got C cover, also by Rosmo. Those racks look familiar. Are you Speed Sultan's LCS? No, I am Space Cadets Collection. I've had these blue racks for about a decade and a half. Something like that. Okay, here we go. Part of the All Fight month. Oh, they are reprinting some of the All Fight stuff so you can actually read it. This one disappeared really quickly in the early fights. This one is the second printing, All Fight Aquaman versus Hawkman. Okay, this is the beginning of a new story arc for Batgirl. Curse of the Blood starts here in Batgirl number 17. And it's the beginning of the Batman. Someone was like, why do I have so little of the actual Batman cover A? I'm going to move some stuff around so that it makes sense.
All right, this is how my brain is right now, Miss Jen.
Okay.
You're talking about Aquaman versus Hawkman.
Okay.
And in my brain, I'm wondering about Aquaman's relationship with ducks. Because technically they're in his realm when they're in the water. But he doesn't have control over them like he does of all the other things of the water.
True.
So do you think Aquaman hates ducks and geese and swans?
Like they're Scrubble?
Like he's just like, I cannot be in charge of you. Why are you here?
I mean, I think it's worth a discussion. Hey, Bill. That's all right, my friend. We are in the middle of DC. We already did Marvel and Independent, so I've already sent them out to the wall to be put out. But if you know what they are and you want to send me a message, I will pull them for you once I get done with the show. All right, here's the big book. You will not be sad about this finale. It is definitely not one of those things you're going to read it and be like, oh, it's purgatory. That sucks. This is DCKO number 5. That's the main cover, acetate. There's a bunch of other cool covers here. Give me a second to pull them all out. All right, this one is the B cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. They're coming off the high rope. Aquaman has a bigger problem with seagulls. Yeah, that makes sense.
Everybody has a problem with seagulls.
And Seth's got a DCKO in his pile. We didn't get any nectar. No one ever said they wanted nectar, so I did not order nectar. But I do have McFarlane, but I think they took it all the way out to the floor already. So will you send me a DM to remind me to pull it for you? Brady's going to come get his copies of nectar. He's going to go back in time and remember to watch the FOC show and to tell me he wanted them. Good job.
Who, Brainy?
Yep.
What you said?
Yeah, Brady's
Come on,
here. I'm
Brady,
going to pick
really?
up my copies of nectar number 1. This one is... This is the AEW variant. I can't decipher what it was.
Kenny Omega on the cover. Kenneth Allen Omega.
It's like you know him personally.
Yeah.
Static comes off the board.
I wish I knew him personally. The wrestler I know best just debuted for WWE this weekend.
Oh, gosh. Weirdly, I could have told you guys 3 weeks ago that I did not have copies of Nectar. It wouldn't have made a difference because there weren't any available 3 weeks ago either. As soon as FOC closed. It's been that kind of world. Oh, thank you, Brainy. All none copies. I think people are not going to believe me when I say that I had none ordered. 0 ordered. My line is none. All right, this one is the Sea Cover by Mike Del Mundo. I mean, I would always take them, Rainy, but I think that you should make the money. You make your ducats. Arcadia comes off the board. Okay. Oh, this is the D cover. Jerome Opena. The all-in special comes off the board. Rainy, I so enjoyed getting to hang out with you. You have no idea. I hate that we live so far apart from each other.
I want a brainy sandwich.
Yeah, can you send me? I want one of that good sandwich I had before.
I want a meatball sub.
Meatball sub, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get one when I was there. I should have got one.
Well, you can only eat one sandwich. We could have taken
I
one.
should have gone back a second day.
All right, this one is the E cover, Ian Bertram. That is a really cool cover.
Rainy, will the sandwiches mail? Can you make it? Can you send it media mail?
Media mail? Do you want it to go as slow as possible?
MEATIA, media mail.
Oh, media mail. Oh. That's funny. Oh, you got enough to get the 1 in 50? Holy cow. What does it look like? Is it really pretty? What's so funny is that book, if I was doing the ordering, I would have probably ordered one for myself to read because it seems like a cool concept. And we usually order from that company. We just, it's just the 1 week you're like, no, we can't fit it on the rack.
Well, we have 7 bajillion Batmans. We got to cut something.
I know, right? And this is the Dan Mora.
Butterflies.
Dan Mora. And then you can see the final two. Flash.
I think, Miss Jen, you're going to find out that a lot of people didn't order the weird book about butterflies in favor of ordering many Batmans.
I know, right? I mean, really and truly, it's gotten to be the point where, like, on weeks when they do, like I think soon that's that week when all of the reorders are coming in. And it's like a car's worth of money. I don't think you guys understand what stores are going through right now when you're writing like $5,000 checks for your weekly books. That's a lots of monies. Go support them every week. Okay. Take that out of there. That needs to be there. Okay. This is the third printing cover of DCKO #1. The one where you get to see Superman and Booster Gold come back from the future and explain to you that Darkseid wins. I guess this week you can find out if that's true. This is GSA Year 1, Chapter 5. So it's like number 17, GSA 17. Okay, the Absolute Superman comes off the wall. By the way, I don't have a lot of back show for you guys. Normally I have like a whole bunch of books to show you guys. I've been suffering from narcolepsy. That's the best way to say it. I've been exhausted every single day for the last week. And I've been coming home from work and going straight to sleep and sleeping all the way through with no trouble. So my body, I think, is like just worn all the way out. So I apologize. I don't have a bunch of extra stuff after the end of the show to show y'all. I've got new Teen Titans up on the top of the board if you guys want to. All right. Nice House by the Sea. DC Vertigo, number 8.
Well, Henri's got a great show for after your show. So if people want to hang out for Henri's show, he's got good stuff.
Oh. Awesome.
Bentley picked the books this week.
Bentley is a good picker.
So either you buy the books or like Bentley's going to eat them. Basically, is how this is going to go.
Aquaman, Hawkman comes off the board. Poison Ivy, number 42. That's the end of the new books, I think.
Obviously, tomorrow we have Comic Collectibles with Rex, and then I am doing the second Dollars for Donut show, where we're trying to sell enough comics at $1 a piece to buy all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl hardcovers, which is a lot of hardcovers.
Yeah, it's so funny. When we were away at Comics Pro, we went to a couple different stores, and a lot of the comic book stores out there are carrying those regular books. So I was like, well, maybe there's something to it. Maybe I'm going to buy Dungeon Crawler Carl stuff next.
Well, Free Comic Book Day Vault has a Dungeon Crawler Carl comic.
Well, good, because I would prefer to read them as graphic novels myself. Okay. Now, this week we have some fill-in books for people that were trying to wait for books that had been out and no store has them anymore. This is the new printing of Absolute Wonder Woman number 4. And number 6. And number 7. Does the mask have Comics Pro on it? Let's look. It's a wraparound cover. So it says retailer exclusive right there. It doesn't say the words Comics Pro, but it says retailer exclusive.
I don't know that the Comics Pro one said Comics Pro, did it?
Nope.
I think it just said retailer exclusive too.
Oh, wait, hold up. They are different. This one says retailer exclusive, and this one says Comics Pro exclusive. So I do have the Comics Pro exclusive one. And this is what they sent us directly. So it's not Comics Pro. I'm going to mark that out. That's not true. It is one they sent to us as one per stores. And it also has a green. Look at that. It's green. Instead of the yellow that is for Comics Pro. Look at that trickiness that they did. Cool.
I was going to say, I still have my Comics Pro one. And I don't remember if it said it or not.
Yeah, that one, the one that I had on the wall, that one was the one that I brought back with me. So yours does. Okay, number 8. DCKO number 1 reprint comes down, and JSA. Wonder Woman 9. Oh, these were such good issues. And 10. Nice House by the Sea and Poison Ivy come off. And number 11. Yeah, this week they had these books come to us directly. So this one, which was the one that was like the retailer exclusive. And then they sent us one of these. And then they sent us, see, this is going to be the difference. This says retailer exclusive also. So I wonder if the logo
I think
is
the terminal logos on ours are red.
Red, yeah. So these are different. So these are retailer exclusives. I'll have to look these back up, but I'm sure that's what they looked up. If Comics Pro, the claim. Okay, I got you a note. I still have I've got a bunch of Comics Pro stuff. I just got the remarking. If anyone wants to look through those, I'm happy to show all of those to you because we're done with the other books.
I'm going to say don't, Miss Jen, because then I'm going to have to go through and reprice mine, and I do not have that kind of energy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it.
Unless people actually want to buy them, in which case, fine. But if we're just doing it so that Kyle has to go through and remark his books, then
sure,
I don't
Brady.
know.
I think that's a good trade. That's a good trade. I'll show Brady what I have left from my stuff that I brought back. I did one of those. I'm my Greatest American Hero. I got my Comics Pro Gary V Friends. This New York Comic Con, which isn't really from that. Still have my cool Something's Kind of Like the Children. Got my innards. My Smile. Exorcism. If Destruction Be Our Lot. End of Life. Nice House by the Sea. Sealed V Friends. And then the last Starship got autographed there, but that one's from New York Comic Con. Greatest Hero. I will tell you the story of my greatest heroes. This one was signed by William Catt, but I dumbly put it next to another book right away, so you can only kind of see that it's autographed. And then I've got unsigned Greatest American Hero. Those are 50. There's nobody that has them on right now, except for the ones that there's one autographed one. Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that all the reprints for the absolutes are by the Spawn boxes.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you saw them or not.
All right. Yeah, well, I also have reprints. So.
Okay. All right. We're all done. So
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. You need anything over the other?
Okay. Good. Yeah, I bet you got some of that stuff. All right. Anybody else? The only other thing I haven't sold is I've got my Exquisite Corpses. This is the one that's got Rascal Randy on the inside and a sticker. And then I have my Bag of Swag, the tiny onion bag that you had to go to a special event that was outside of the convention. It had that in it. I'll show you all my treasure. This little advertisement for In Your Skin, tiny onion. There are cool stickers for different companies. There were Feral stickers.
Yeah, to get that stuff, you had to go to this place called Golden Road Brewery, and you had to eat their wonderful, wonderful chicken on a stick.
That's
And they also had these really good meatballs with mozzarella
yep.
and tiny churros and cream cheese wontons that I ate way too many of until I didn't feel good anymore. And then more churros.
More churros. So anyway, that lot is $250 or best offer. There are other people that have theirs listed. They have the pink thing, and they've got like some card stuff. They don't have the tote. They don't have, like, some of them have the hat. There's like all kinds of different versions of that being listed online. So just send me a direct message if you want to make a serious offer, any of those.
I gave my hat to Billy Flake from Coliseum because he didn't get one.
Nice.
And then he stole one from Chris Powell, so he gave mine to Chris Powell after he had stolen Chris Powell's.
Very nice. All right. We're there our last 15 minutes. I'm going to call the ball because I also have to go to the bathroom like an old lady. So send me a direct message if you have any questions. Thanks to our new viewers that showed up today. Thanks to the creators that showed today. I really am thankful. Went for sushi with the family that night. That's all right, Brittany. It was like literally they only gave away 100 of these, and I got the last bag. I almost didn't get one because I was like busy chit chatting. Didn't realize that it was like something I should get over there and get done. It was just crazy that I actually got one.
Yeah. The fun part about it for me is like we go to the DC Vertigo party, we get our DC Vertigo bag, then we go around and we get our Tiny Onion We Heart Comics bag, and then we sit down at a table and it's DC Vertigo and it's Tiny Onion, and right in the geographical middle is me and Blake and Tommy Donovan and Miss Jen and basically the entire staff from Boom Studios
Pretty much.
who were just there. And it was like, this is weird, man.
It was really fun to hang out.
Yeah.
I loved it. All right. And if anyone wants it, I have a whole run of Witchblade, the beginning to end with just a few misses, a whole bunch of B covers, a bunch of variants, and an autograph book that's worth $100. If someone wants, I've got the whole set. I'm going to put that on the eBay pretty soon. Chit chat is more important. I agree. Keeps you sane.
All right. Well,
thank you so much.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, everybody. Let's see you next time. Bye.